Hello, I'm DeeCee, and tonight we're going to be talking about the top rep who traded in the makeup brush for the microdosing needle of Ellie MD. And thank you to 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, who continues to save my ass for content. Nope. It's not only for subscribers, it is for, subscribers are non-paying. It's non-paying. Subscribers can type. Subscribers can type. Everyone can watch. So yes. Well, subscribers can type. Everyone can watch. Oh, my lights are off. I am late. Greetings and salutations. I was getting a drink. The first sighting of the Grinch Cup for holiday season. Hello. On Monday, the last time y'all saw me on a public stream, members have seen me because we've been watching Aaron. I was like, Aaron Grease. Aaron and Nick Uncut. Whatever her name is now. What is her name? Aaron something or other. We've been doing work. And we've been taking breaks. And that's what we've been doing. I haven't been feeling the best this week, but now we're here, and we're gonna be. I didn't think Ellie MD was a multi-level marketing company, but yes, it is. Yes, Monate Monday rep is a part of Ellie MD, who's running her ass off to get to the top of that little 𝗧𝗲𝗏𝗧, her own little 𝗧𝗲𝗏𝗧, and then 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗿𝗄𝗏 says, "Oh, BT Dubs, the top 𝗦𝘁࿬𝗆𝗆 lady is also in some type of microdosing deal. Let me go real quick and see if it's the same one." And I was like, great. And she said, guess what? It's the same one, Ellie MD. And I was like, great, let's do it Tuesday. Tuesday out, my body was like, no thanks. And I was like, okay, let's do it Wednesday. My body's like, no thanks. So I was streaming with members Tuesday, I think Wednesday. Members and I streamed this morning, and I was like, we're streaming tonight. And then I took a nap. And my parents were like, we couldn't even wake you up for dinner. And after I ate, I grabbed my Grinch cup. And now we're here. Marianne? Yes, anyone can see. Subscribing is free. We're working on 10K. We're at 9,580 something. So I'm sure people were unsubscribed. Good, that's where we're at. Hello. Yep, I know some people get. Members are paying, they support me monetarily. Subscribers support me for free. And 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗿𝗄𝗏, the delightful human in question who brought Aragon. I was like, Lord of the Rings. Wait, what? Oh, someone ranks higher than Ellie MD when you type in Ellie MD. This is hilarious. Aragon. Not Aragorn. Guess who got a link? Guess who got a link, and we're gonna get to watch some shit and download some shit. Me. Close, close. It is the Health Practitioner Discovery Series. Is becoming a functional health practitioner the right path for you? November 10th through December 1st, 2025. Join us for a free 3-week intensive featuring 30-plus live sessions with FDN practitioners, case study demonstrations, and direct Q&A. You'll see exactly how functional lab testing transforms practices and whether this path is right for you. Oh, we certainly will. Hello. Yes, she's promoting. Oh, she's still with Lime Life. Okay. Let me fix the title then. I'll fix it. We'll fix it right now. I'll be correct. Change. 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗢𝗀𝗄𝗏. I don't know what to say. Help me with a title. 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗢𝗀𝗄𝗏. I'm gonna say Aragorn. The latest grift. The latest grift. Thank you. 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗢𝗀𝗄𝗏. Okay. I thought she had ditched based on what she was saying, so I was wrong. We're fixing it. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. The fact that there's a GLP-1 MLM just blows my mind. Saving her sinking makeup grift with a GLP-1. Oh, here what selling? Saving her sinking. With a microdosing master scheme with Ellie MD. I need Aragon saving her sinking makeup grift with microdosing master scheme. LEMD. Hello, tell me your highs and lows while I fix my life. The latest grift, 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗢𝗀𝗄𝗏 saving her sinking makeup grift with microdosing. Oh, I did makeup master scheme. Microdosing GLP-1 with GLP-1 MLM. Got it. 2 characters to spare. The latest grift, 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗢𝗄𝗏 saving her sinking a makeup grift with microdosing GLP-1 MLM LEMD. Stacy, she's a makeup artist and now she's going to read labs and tell you what supplements to take. Only in RFK's America. Because Tylenol causes autism. Oh my God. My high, I worked out with my trainer. Was able to get some good range of motion. Didn't puke. My low, kind of working through some emotional agility and figuring out things I need to work on. Struggling with a conversation I need to have with someone. Working through that has been a struggle, so that's my low. Was able to walk a mile without pain today. Let's go, Marianne. Medical appointment that has taken me 3 weeks to get was canceled and moved from the 20th of November to December 16th. That sucks. Hi, getting a tattoo tomorrow? What tattoo are you getting? Been overstimulated easier lately? I found in my house from the 30s an old sticker of an Avon perfume bottle, 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. An article from the 70s. I love that. Can you send us did you send a picture in the Discord? Did I miss it? Uh-oh, Lizzie. The spoons are depleted. She coasted at Limelight for years, raking in money from her downline, but it's not enough anymore. Yeah, we're gonna read some posts and baby snark. I may have to use my hammer as a microphone today. Maybe Polite Demon Lawyer's gonna read everything today, I think. Oh my god. Be still my beating heart. I'm gonna have to get some chocolate to eat with this. I'm gonna have to get some caffeine to eat with this chocolate when I get here. Oh my god. Yes. I'm getting blackberry vines. I don't. It's been hard for me to get to like vines, but I know so many people who do. Elise, let's go. My hub just made dinner while I napped. Oh no, you're sick. Is anyone interested in helping me get to 20 likes? Although we're at 14 and that's an even number, so I can't complain. All right, let's go. Always be free to link your shop. I know you never do, but here's shop. We are on normal latency, which means it's going to be probably a century before I respond to you. And that is because we have live captions. So if you have never experienced that on a live stream, welcome to 2025. You can turn on captions. And I hope that most of them are not bastardized. Also, 𝗏 is a super sweet human being and offers y'all 10% off. And for the FTC's compliance, it is not an affiliate link. It is just a delightful coupon for you. 𝗏's things are already at a... I don't know how 𝗏 does this at a super... Like, the pricing is incredible already. And then 𝗏 gives y'all a coupon for 10%. So, live your best lives over there. Crafting, earrings, hair things. You need to go look at it because I'm a really bad descriptive person. Oh no. Yes. Candle time. I was in Young Living. We light this candle in G-rated FU-ness to Gary Young, so... What do you mean, candle? Candles are the devil, allegedly, but... Yay! Don't judge me. There's my candle. It smells good. It went really tall the other day, and I was like, oh god. So I'm just gonna, leave it for 15 seconds this time. We were told that endocrine disruptor, and then we read this study about rats, that someone had built this container where you put the rat in this enclosed deal, and how it was like the candles were cancer causing and stuff, and then you think about it, how large this area is, and I don't know. I haven't burned a candle since 2016. Well, other than the few days that we've been burning a candle. So, cheers. I'm going to... Ta-da! And this is my lighter. My lighter lightsaber. I love the candle exposure therapy. Hey, Shadow. Stitch markers, earrings, bracelets, hair clips, hair chains, digital stickers, handwriting fonts, wax seals. See? Incredible. Also, 𝗏 does not promote themselves. And 𝗏's been here since the beginning. And 𝗏's an incredible mod. I don't know. Just the best. This smells super good. It's gingerbread. What is it? Gingerbread latte. It is a soy wax candle, and the brand is... I have no idea. Oh, it's from Aldi. This is from Aldi, so eat your heart out. Look how cute that is, though. Wait. Why do I have a... top down. You are going to focus. Did I lock it? Oh, it's not open. What? There you go. Isn't it cute? Aldi! Cute! I feel like I'm Heidi from Bomb Party. Say my stuff is cute! I've got my crafting, my gaming pillow on, so I'm like resting my arms and living my best life. Alright, let's go look at Cat. I'll fix my thumbnail later, okay? The bottom of the thumbnail's still fine. We have a makeup brush, and then we have the needles. I just gotta fix the title. All right. What? Thanks, Nora. Oh my god, I hope you're okay. If anybody sees Savannah and Sparrow, let me know. I've got the clicks on. I will turn them off when I put my headphones in. Okay. This is the link that I've received. I don't know. Here, save my free seat. Let me put my information in real quick. Please hold. Let me see what account I'm gonna use. Gmail. I just have to make sure. This is all part of. Sorry. This is the part. I've burned one of my other ones, so I have to use this one now, which is new. Please tell me y'all don't hear the beeps. Yeah, we're not gonna be showing any needle usage, don't worry. What are we? Aspiring health coach? Oh my god, I have to put my number in. Yes, we're in. Get my free ticket. Refresh. Oh. All right. Spam. Kendra. Oh, and Sarah Robbins. Great. We're going to be reading. We will be reading the posts, okay? Sorry. Guess who let me into their Facebook page? 𝗧𝗍𝗍𝗆 herself. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. I had all these organized and then shit has hit the fan. Okay. You know what's twisty? If Kat has joined LEMD, I want to know what 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏's policies and procedures says and what she is allowed to do both like on her socials side by side, because she could get terminated for posting both on her social media. And yes, if there is any needle usage, I will not show any of it. Of functional health, just like Melissa, whatever her name is, from Body. I want to know what that lady's up to. Oh, good. Go somewhere else. I'm going to filter. I want to go to 2025. I want to go to November. Let's go. All right. Again, thank you to 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I'm scared. Let's go. Before, this is just a picture I needed. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need, this is Instagram. We'll look at that in a minute. This is LEMD. We got that. Where, please hold. I had these pulled up from 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And I goofed up. Okay. Sorry. Oh, what's happening? All right. Functional health practitioner? Yes, legal. Hold on. All right. Oh, this is Lyme Life. Oh, I'm going to have to put Polite Demon Lawyer in. I'm turning the beeps off. All right, testing, testing, testing. All right.
This is the right one. Okay. I think, I think this is the correct microphone for this one. Okay. 1 year later, after almost needing to cut the pay plan at Lyme Life, and I'm grateful for the changes we put in place to clearly see how to give ourselves raises whenever we like. 1 year later, after almost needing to cut the pay plan at Lyme Life, 1 year later, and I'm never mind. After coming from the corporate world where I had to fight to prove that I was worth $1,000 bonus at the end of the year, it's refreshing to know that I can give myself that bonus plus more without a cap each and every month. Love seeing all the wins with this new pay plan. The power of our new comp plan. Oh boy! Our strongest fast start yet. God, can I just ask a question? We're going presentation mode. Can I just ask you a question? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay, I'm not going to hold my hammer any longer. What are we doing? Our strongest fast start yet. This should have been on one line of its own. Then, hard return. New beauty guides are starting with hard return, unstoppable momentum. What are you doing? More movement, more magic, hard return, higher percentages of beauty guides selling at every level. Oh my God. $3.6x more growth bonus earners. Hard return. That's 127 more beauty guides. Hard return rewarded with growing their businesses. 143% more first-time promotions. Hard return. Proof our new path to grow is hard return. No. Proof our new path to growth, hard return, is clear, M dash, and it's working. Oh my God. 20% more leaders ranked. Well, I don't know. 20% more leaders ranked at start. Maybe this one's fine. This one should be, the entire thing should be bold. 20% more leaders ranked at star director. Hard return. No. Y'all didn't even do this one right. This one, I hate everything. What are y'all doing? 4 comments. Too much text. Cat. Oh! Hard return, hard return. Hard return, hard pass. We should do hard return, hard pass. Hashtag anti-MLM. Let's do it. What do y'all think about that? No, I mean, they could have done any size. I mean, they could have done wider. Like, and why are all the products hidden behind the text? They could have come out to the side a little bit. They could have come out to the side a little bit more. What are we doing? What is this ugly ass lilac color? My God. All right. I cannot. Oh my God, polite demon lawyers. What? What? What did you... Testosterone-free calculation? For additional info... Please refer to totaleducation.quest diagnostics. Okay. We're gonna have to download this post.
Let's go. Hopefully I don't get too ragey, because rip. I have been looking. Have I been looking? Hold on. Just gonna. There you go. It's bigger for y'all. I have been looking at a lot of labs lately for friends who are trying to make sense of the red flags that pop up on their reports. Wouldn't a doctor be the perfect person to do that, Kat? Hello? Alexis, wait! Oh, one more day! One more day. One more day. Hard return, hard pass is now canon. Let's go. Not to give medical advice, but to help them understand what those numbers might mean and when they might want to go back to their doctor for more conversation instead of sitting at home panicking.
Hold on. They could just go back to their doctor for more conversation with their lab reports. You know what happens when you go to your doctor and you go get your labs and they upload it into your profile? Their doctor leaves notes and says, you're good to go. Or you can make an appointment and say, hey, is this number that's really close to the line? I don't know why I keep talking to my hammer. They don't need to talk to you, Kat, or anybody else at LEMD. Sorry, I know what it says in the captions. It's ELLIE space MD, like medical doctor.
Hard return, hard return. I want to share my own testosterone numbers in a before and after so you can see exactly why this lesson hit me so hard. When I opened my follow-up lab results, which was taken 2 months after starting testosterone, my levels had jumped outside the normal range for a post-menopausal woman. It was highlighted in red, and I went straight into panic mode. Hard return, hard return. When my doctor reviewed it, she had different hours as she was out of the country when I got the results. She told me it was still too low for me. Too low? The exact number I thought was dangerously high was nowhere near where she wanted it for my health and hormone support. That moment opened my eyes to how misunderstood these reference ranges really are.
Ma'am, are you... Hello? Are you a medical... No, I'm not saying all medical doctors. Why don't you go in for a second opinion if you don't like working with that specific medical doctor? And I'm not saying a medical doctor has to be the person who signs off on what you're comfortable with regarding your numbers. I'm not. I'm just saying you are trying to position yourself as the medical expert here, even though you said not to give medical advice, but the hidden but is at the top. We all hear it. Oh, no, it's not hidden. It says but right there in the first paragraph. Well, the pretend paragraph, I mean, it's hard return, but that first sentence, There are 3 L's. In my title? Oh. Hold on. I messed up on my title because oh. Thank you. We had to change it mid I fixed it. We had to change it mid deal because I thought she had left Limelight by Alcone and she didn't. And 𝗧𝗍𝗶𝗴𝗏𝗧𝗏 helped me. I got it. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Normal is not the same as optimal, possibly even more so in the case when you are on hormone therapy and working toward restoring levels that the average postmenopausal woman simply does not have anymore. The period's supposed to go on the other side of the parentheses, but continue on. Lab ranges are comparing you to others who are not supplementing and who may be dealing with severe hormone depletion. Did those tests tell you that? No? Okay. Of course your numbers will look different. They are supposed to. Hard return, hard return. Sometimes a red flag emoji is simply a nudge to make healthier choices. Other times it is something your doctor can explain in context so you understand what it means for you. The real problem is when no one educates patients on how these ranges are created, and people are left scared, confused, and feeling like something is very wrong when it may not be. Hard return? Oh, wait. Yes. Wait, where am I? Oh, hard return, hard return. I am learning all of this as I go. Autumn Calabrese, is that you? Oh, sorry. Sorry. And sharing because I want people to feel empowered, not afraid. Your body is speaking, and you deserve to understand what it is saying. Hard return, hard return. I can't wait to finish my functional diagnostic courses so I can help people understand which labs to consider when they are looking for the complete story. Even past the set of labs taken, there is so much more to this than a single number on a page, and I am excited to help bridge that gap in a way that makes sense. Hard return, hard return. Postscript. If you have ever wanted to understand this side of things more deeply, the program I am studying is hosting a multi-week event you can pop into anytime. I am happy to send you the link if you want to peek in and see what it is all about and whether it might be something you would enjoy exploring. Oh boy.
It's giving, I read a lot, so I don't have to keep up with my certifications. And why do I have to go to medical school when I can just YouTube shit? This is bullshit. 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 Nope. She is a multi-level marketer, makeup artist. She's a makeup artist. No shade to the makeup artists out there. Y'all are incredible. Y'all are incredible. Clock and I are like, she's a makeup artist. No shade to y'all out there. Y'all are, you're great. You're so great. You're so great. You're so great. Transition. I want you to fly in from the bottom. Okay. There we go. Oh, Functional Medicine Academy. Huh. Get my $36,000 launch plan free at a Healer's Business Boot Camp. Well, I'm going to save this. All right, let's go back to Cats. And let's read more about what she's up to. Let me just get to 2025 and November and done. She's a makeup artist whose Lime Life MLM income is drying up, so she had to add a second grift. Kind of like the Monate lady. Well, the Monate lady's income, we're not sure if she's drying up, but the Monate lady from Monday, I thought she was from Green Compass, so whenever I'm saying Green Compass, I'm severely mistaken. But on Monday, if you see that video, I make a discovery thanks to the live chat. When we click on the first link, she's not a Green Compass rep. She's an Ellie MD rep. And then we go to Behind MLM, and her husband started 𝗬𝗓𝗄𝐿, 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗍𝗿, whatever it is, and they split. And they were in kind of a contested court situation. And then his wife started Ellie MD, and her husband was like, fuck no, you're not. And so he slapped her with a TRO, and she was like, you're not paying anybody. How come I can't do this and have all these reps and actually pay people? And so they were going back and forth in court. To what I understood, you can go read that on Behind MLM. And so Ellie MD is the microdosing, lose weight, feel great, blah, 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 in my opinion, multi-level marketing company. And the Monate rep, who's number 46 in the world in Monate, because we're going through all 50 reps that I took a picture of when I was at Monations. I don't know how she's number 46, but she's running her ass off in Ellie, I think, to build a team over there. So when Monate crumbles, in my opinion, she's not left with nothing, in my opinion. What? Oh! Jen! Thank you! What the heck? Let's go! We need a corgi. I'm about to put fireworks on. Oh, wait, we have to do Welcome to Iliria. Okay, thank you so much. This is for Jen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the membership. The corgi thanks you. I thank you. And here is the Welcome to Iliria. Fireworks are off.
Horatio Gold, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Welcome or welcome back. I'm so happy to have y'all. Here's the Discord if you want to join or join back. Nightbot will come put the link in. I put the commands in, which is when you'll see me put an exclamation point and a word, and then you'll have to wait for the little robot to put the link in. Thank you, Hero. Hello. Howdy, hey, Rebecca. You want to know what Courtney Shortney was microdosing in Vegas? Oh my God. All right. Whoop. Okay. Thank you so much, Jen. That was super kind of you. Okay. I mean, she looks like a really good makeup artist. I wish she wasn't. I mean, and Lime Life used to not be an MLM, I don't think. Oh my God. October was a month of literal movement, meaning, and milestones. Oh, so was she starting LEMD in October? Dude, Lime Life does not play around with the mixing of multi-level marketing companies. Would it be possible for somebody to send me the policies and procedures for Lime Life through my campsite? If at all possible. This is my campsite link. I put it in the chat. I just want to know, but I think that you're not allowed to do this. But I think the functional medicine, the functional diagnostic nutrition thing has something to do with LEMD as well. Oh, it's always been an MLM? I thought it was like different before. For some reason, I thought the makeup was like am I mixing it up with another? I must be mixing it up with another makeup company. Because this post I'm looking at right now is not gonna be. Also, this is not compliant either. This is what got Sunny booted from, not Sunny. No, yeah, 𝗧𝗍 booted from... One of the reasons 𝗧𝗍 got booted from Bomb Party, you have to put a disclaimer when you say earned. And she didn't put any disclaimer here. The FTC requires you to put a disclaimer when you say earned. At Alcone at home. Ah. See? If you're watching this on the replay, wait for the live chat to populate. And then if you see Clocka and this cute little Batwoman costume, keep an eye out on that in the chat, because I'm just here snooping. They said it was only available for makeup artists and now available to sell to anyone. That's the MLM I was in. Ah, we've got some we've got some ex-MLM Lime Life people in the chat. Nothing got my work together as a new artist as fast as having my husband blow it up at 500% after every shoot. He's touching up. There is something so satisfying and relaxing editing your work on a screen directly. Okay. Now the telehealth. This is Ellie MD. I wonder why. Now you see this little circle right here? That is the circle from the elephant logo on Ellie MD's logo. So the elephant has this little scalloped circle, but they're not going to put their logo on this. They supposedly started it as a way for makeup artists to make money selling makeup to their clients, but then they realized they could make way more money letting people sign up. Well, that's fuckery. And if you see this in the wild, they're going to say a telehealth company. You're going to see this wording everywhere. How do I? Only 2 hearts. Now, that telehealth company I use and recommend lets you customize your weight loss formula, choosing between traditional or oral options. I don't know how the peptides are going to actually work orally. Amy has talked about this as well. I don't know. And adding B12, we were talking about how is it going to survive the digestive tract. Make Wellness has... we were talking about this with Make Wellness as well. By adding B12 glycine or L-carnitine as well as NAD plus for the oral version only, which combination would you go for and why? This is a bad post. Postscript. Where's the period? I'm all about a good B12 combo, but since this week's orders come with a bonus 3-month supply of full dose B12, I'm switching it up with either L-carnitine or glycine, extra B12 on top of what I already have. This is a bad post. We read this one. Okay. For those on a longevity weight loss journey, this announcement and early Black Friday special is for you. Okay. So a lot of this is, and again, her mixing Lime Life and her other company, and I don't know if because she's not naming the other company and she's naming Lime Life, if that's how she's getting around the rules, I'm not sure. I have no idea. So we have, again, makeup, 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 makeup. Here's the functional diagnostic nutrition. I think she's going to combine this, if it's not already associated with Ellie MD, if she's not using this as some type of funnel system, then it might be associated. If it's not associated, it's a funnel system. You can be too high in B12 and that's bad. And she doesn't say anything about that. And that's why you need to go to a doctor. If you can. If you can. Oh, can I tell y'all something? Save the date for January 31st. You know why? Everyone gets to go to the 𝗧𝗍 conference digitally. Does everyone want to stream the 𝗧𝗍 conference on the 31st of January? Because I do. It's a Saturday. Who's free? We can stream it from my laptop so we can get a clean recording, and then we can pause it from my computer. So we can get it loud enough on my laptop, because I'm sure that Orville and Heidi are going to fuck it up. Depends on the time. Okay. I think it's going to be a long ass stream because they're not doing it in person anywhere. You can't not do it now. Maya, what's up? I know, we're all over the place. Oh, 𝗧𝗍 flaming into the new year. Let's go. If y'all find out if there's any in-person convention that you know of that's allowing guests to go, not just with a person, but letting someone just go by themselves, can you please let me know? Because I'm gonna do my best to set aside money to do that next year. Whatever I have to do, that's why I'm trying to. There's certain things that YouTube opens up to me when I get to 10K. And I'm doing my best to do better content. I'm rolling my eyes at myself, but yeah. So, and I'm also looking to figure out what I can do for other jobs. So I want to be able to like go to conferences and stuff and, you know, infiltrate shit. Yeah, we're going to bring snacks. We're going to bring crafts. We're going to like snark. I'm bringing Orville Redenbacher popcorn. I'm going to bring my own special like little picture right here for Orville. Dude, I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to be so prepared. Why are these so long? Okay, let me see if we've got that link. Because I'm betting we're going to be able to rip these videos from it. Sorry, I'm just... If they're already up... we're giving you a virtual high five right now. You've officially registered for our 3-week event, where each session will help you answer the question, is becoming a functional health practitioner the right path for you? Oh, Miss Ma'am's going to get a commission if I sign up. Here's how to get ready. Mark your calendar for November 10th through December 1st. We'll be live on YouTube each day with client case studies and real-time Q&A. Add your calendar here. Okay, guys. Oh my God. There's one tomorrow? At 10 a.m.? It's on YouTube? Are y'all new to this? Sorry. Like, we're sneaking in. Oh my God, there's a course tour from 11 to 12. Ugh. Okay. Watch your inbox for daily reminders. Why join live? You'll be able to ask questions in real time and get answers straight from the practitioners. We're going to have to make plus experience the energy that only happens when the whole community watches together. Want to catch every detail on your own schedule? Replays will be available on YouTube after the sessions. This isn't a typical workshop series. Each week you'll get inside access to how FDN practitioners actually work. Live case studies, real lab interpretations, and direct Q&A with graduates building 6-figure practices. This is a scam. Oh my God, this is a scam. Oh my God, is this a pyramid scheme? So far, no. I think they're losing their ass. 𝗧𝗍𝗍, I think they're losing their ass. Oh my God. I'm going to bring donuts. Donuts and coffee. Donuts and coffee. Donuts and coffee. Do y'all want to watch the opening keynote? I did register already, so why can't I? Two hours? Oh my God, this is a scam. Do you want to watch part of it? I feel like this is associated with it because Kat is promoting this. Brittany, let me give you the TLDR. If you're just getting here, don't worry. Kat Aragon is not making the money with Lime Life by Alcone that she was making. And has decided to supplement her income with a GLP-1 multi-level marketing company called Ellie MD. If you were here for the Monate Monday stream, Ellie MD is the company that the Monate market mentor, whatever, the number 46 rep in the entire world for 𝗏𝗏𝗡, that company that she has decided to run with, her fallback if 𝗏𝗏𝗡 implodes, that company, LEMD, is the one that this rep, Kat, who is a top rep for Lyme Life, that's the one this lady is going with. Now, Kat has also decided that being a functional diagnostician, functional diagnostic nutritionist, is also in her wheelhouse. However, it might be a triangular prism scheme because, stop it, on the screen it says Detective Eve. Detective Ev is the name. Kelsey Weaver. How do I know that name? And 𝗧𝗏𝗃 directed us all to Kat. And I'm probably going to mess up Kat's last name because Kat's name is Aragon. But Lord of the Rings, Aragorn, I'm probably going to swap them every time. It's Aragon. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 told me that Kat has been was number one in Lyme Life for years and years, coasted, and now, sorry, it's this way, downward trend. So here we are, not just LEMD, but apparently FDN, which is the Functional Diagnostic Nutrition course, which is what we have here, is either parallel, either funnily. You can also make, it says, people are making six figures doing this. And what does that sound like? It sounds like a downline creator. A tetrahedron. Scam like an Egyptian ancient tomb. I'm taking a screenshot. Scamming like an Egyptian ancient tomb since 1900. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, you know what? We're just going to squirrel. Get ready to squirrel. Start the problem. Start the clock. You know what? If I decide to craft, I'll change the scene. Sorry for the squirrel trail. Let's continue.
All right, we should be just getting connected here. I'll give myself a second.
Can you give your microphone a second? Because it sounds awful. Sir? Sir? Yeah, we're going to hear from all of their six-figure earners, so buckle up. Buckle the fuck up.
Hello, hello. Let me make sure that I have some live viewers. I'm going to glance over here, make sure we're good. I see them tuning in. Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. If you can hear me and you are tuned in, please drop in the chat where you're tuning in from, how you're doing today. I am glad to see you guys. My name is Evan Transu. I go by Detective Ev here, and I'll give you the whole spiel of what we're doing here in just a moment.
You go by Detective Ev? What? You go by Detective Ev? Well, this is delightful. Have we stumbled upon another scheme thanks to 𝗧𝗏𝗃? I love it. Y'all, kazoo's in the chat for 𝗧𝗏𝗃. Oh my god.
But I would love to hear from everyone where you are tuning in from, and just double checking that you can hear me and that we are, in fact, good to go here.
Barely can
Let me get
hear
my
you.
bigger screen up. All right. Cool. Getting you guys over on the TV. Is there anyone new to our FDN world here in the chat? Oh, that was FDN training asking that. All right. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Perfect. There you guys are at. I'm going to actually put you on the stream so you can all see what's going on and hang out with me here. All right. I'm going to move this over. So sorry if you see me glancing around like a crazy person. Oh, I need to work on my lighting. I'm looking red as
Oh my god.
I got in the chat who's tuned in.
Is this restream? Because this sucks. Y'all making so much money over here and you can't just get some good internet.
Beautiful. All right. Hello from Pawleys Island. I just played. Oh, that's Tony. I know Tony. All right. Tony, I've seen you before. I was, remember I was the one playing pickleball there when I lived in Wilmington, North Carolina. We got Boston, Phoenix, Arizona, upstate New York. Cool. Houston, Texas. Not too far from me. I'm in Austin. Maryland in the building. Arizona, Massachusetts. Beautiful. Cool. Glad to have you guys. Thanks for being here early with us. We will be getting started with our keynote on the hour, but you guys know how this is. I definitely see some regulars that tune in no matter what, which is awesome. We're glad to have you guys here, but we wanted to make sure that we got ourselves started nice and early today so that we had everyone here and ready for the keynote speaker. Let me tell you how these events are going to work. We just started what is going to be 3 weeks of fun. So this is when, we throw Ev out there and see what his capabilities are in terms of energy, stamina, and vocal cord longevity.
Is this an AI dude or is he talking about himself in the third person? Because if he's an AI, I'm terrified.
So November 10th is kicking this all off. We will be going live with you guys pretty much every single day, Monday through Friday, until December 1st. Yes, that does include Thanksgiving in the United States. That's not going to be anything major. We wouldn't want anyone to miss out on that because hopefully many of you are spending time with your family. But as you guys can see in the chat already, we do have an international audience, some of them of which, Thanksgiving in America is not relevant to them. And so we want to make sure that we honor you guys as well, and we have some stuff for you that day. So we will be hanging out then, even if you are in Canada. All right. Where else we got? Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. I think you've been on before because I remember someone listing that city or town, and I still don't know where it is relative to Wilmington, North Carolina, so it's kind of funny. Also trying to figure out why, again, I'm looking so red. I promise I'm not just blushing. I'm excited to be here with you guys, but not that excited. So I'll adjust my lighting a little bit later. What we're going to be doing over these next 3 weeks is we have a variety of stuff for you. Some of it is relevant to FDN trainees and graduates. Some of it is for people that have never heard of the FDN course. We're going to be touching on all of it. This upcoming session with our keynote speaker, 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗿𝗄𝗏, she will be someone who is for everyone. If you are not in FDN yet, you're going to want to hear this because this woman went through a bunch of different trainings and programs before she ever decided to go with FDN. And FDN is what allowed her to have a thriving business and do what she is currently doing. She'll explain all of that in the presentation.
I've heard of 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗏𝗏𝗏 and I don't remember why. I'm like, okay.
Just saw her pop into my back room. So Kelsey, no one can see or hear you yet. I can just kind of see you in the background. I did have to get us rolling here just so I can say hello to folks, but you look great on my end. And so I'll be able to bring you in. And when I do, we will be live. So she just tuned in to the background with us. But yeah, going to be a fun keynote session to get us started. We've never done like an opening keynote on any of our events. So very, very excited for this. We're doing some fun stuff as well today. Ev's always doing giveaways.
Is that good?
So the team they put some restrictions on me.
FDN stands for Functional Diagnostic Nutrition.
Because if you've ever been on a summer open house event, which is something that we do in June, Ev has a tendency to go rogue and give away 5, 6 advanced courses. But then I say to them, I'm like, look at how happy the people were. You can't get
He's talking about himself in the third person? Why? Why?
You know, you can't get mad at me. Come on. And you can't fire me right now because there's like 100 people watching, guys. Come on. So I will not be able to do my normal craziness on this particular session, but we are going to give away 2 Amazon gift cards, $100 each, and 1 advanced course will be given away.
Are you
Now,
allowed to
what's
do
cool
that?
about the advanced course is since we're only giving away 1, Nicole Kruger, who manages our advanced courses, was nice enough to say, all right, Ev, when that person ends up winning, what we're able to do for them is they can just kind of choose from 1 out of.
It's blown out because he's trying to create false depth of field. So he wants, like, it's a fake background. So he wants to be close up, and then he wants the background to be faded out. So that's why. He's in front of a green screen.
10. We're not able to give all of them away. There's different deals that we have with the creators of those courses, right? Some of them have to get paid in a certain way, but there are ones that we're able to do stuff with, and we will be giving away 1 of those today. I can see more and more of you tuning in. I'm really glad we did this early. Glad to see you. California, snowy West Virginia. I should ask this really quick while we are live together. Who, and this is just so we can understand how to explain things properly, could you let me know in the chat, folks, if you've never really been on any of our events, you don't know who I am, you don't know who 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗄𝗃 is, don't really know what an FDN is. If that's you, just put a me in the chat. And I want that out there just so I can give you proper explanation of everything that we're going to be doing this week. But right now, for those that are an FDN trainee or graduate, go grab a drink, grab a coffee, organic, mold-free, of course. Any caffeine that you need, I got my Zevia here. It is empty, unfortunately. I need my second one. But whatever you need for the keynote, because you're going to be able to sit back and relax a little bit, which is cool. Now, the only problem of doing this on Restream, which is a platform that we're streaming from and not Zoom, is that it takes about 60 seconds for everything to come in and hear from you guys. So I will not have an answer to my question yet. What I will say, though, in the meantime, is some of the events will not be as relevant to trainees and graduates. Like we're going to do some behind the scenes stuff this month, showing people Supplement Squad, showing people, I believe we might be doing a Hot Topics or 2. We'll see if that ends up manifesting and happening. But that's not relevant to you guys, but there are plenty that are relevant for everyone. We have some case studies coming up in week 2. I have Ryan Monahan presenting a thyroid case study. Jen Sino is coming in and presenting a case study for us. I don't even know what it's on yet, but it's Jen, so it's going to be great.
Oh, a case
Bria
study?
Gadd, she's known as the period whisperer. And I'm sorry to be so immature and laugh at that. I'm not laughing at Bria. Bria knows me very well. I'm laughing because my dad is someone who landscapes 7 days a week. He works his butt off. And he wonders, what does his son do for work? I don't think he fully gets it. He just knows that I start speaking to a camera online. And there is something that tells me that if my cigarette smoking, landscaping, skin looking like leather dad knew that my job is hanging out with people that call themselves the period whisperer, I don't know if he would disown me or not. I would not disown me. I love these people. I love being here. But his calloused hands, I think, as he looks at them, just have a little bit of remorse when he realizes he's out there landscaping and I'm doing this. So, all right, I see some people are.
Detective Ev, if I wasn't going to start making content on whatever this company is, if I hadn't decided before now, I'm fully committed now. I'm fully committed now. Live chat, you can also weigh in. Squirrels, are we opposed to adding the functional diagnostic fuckery? Are we opposed to adding the fuckery program to our lineup? Because I would like to.
Brand new. So welcome. Again, first thing that is most important is I'm not normally this red. I think it's my lighting that I messed up. So I'm going to try to fix that while our speaker is presenting her keynote today. I am not a tomato. This is just bad lighting for whatever reason that's going on. If you are brand new, you truly probably could not be here during a better time. We are doing our largest sale ever on the FDN course this month. It starts today, already active on the website from November 10th until December 1st. It's $2,000 off. And I want to say this to you guys, for those of you that are brand new.
It's $2,000 off? I bet his dad is awesome. The people who work in the lawn service industry are some of the nicest, the hardest working people to work 7 days a week and to do they're working so fast. They are making the lawns perfection, the edging, working in the sun, just getting beat down, and I don't know, just his son he's so close to getting on the FU list. I cannot. Whoever his dad is, go you, dude.
Put me in the chat. I want to say this right now so that you can keep this in your head throughout the next few weeks. One of the things that we do pride ourselves in is providing higher quality, free content than literally anywhere out there. And I challenge you to find me a place that will do what we are about to do over these next 3 weeks. Now, why do we do it? Well, some of it's good faith and some of it's a little bit selfish. So we'll be transparent about that. The good faith side is we believe in principles. And these are great principles to
exactly,
have in your FDN
Becca.
business if you ever have one. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So if you put out good things, then you're going to have a great harvest. If you do more than you are paid for, you will soon be paid for more than you do. I'll say that again. If you do more than you're paid for, you will soon be paid for more than you do. So that's a principle, right? If you have the faith to go out there and put out more than you're paid for, eventually you'll be paid for more than you do. The selfish side of all of it is this. We know that we have the best practitioners in the industry. Now, I would imagine that there's some other dude or gal out there that's on a live stream similar to this claiming the same thing. So I actually not only want to put that to the test, I encourage you, don't buy the FDN course until you watch their stuff. Literally, go watch their stuff first before you buy the FDN course. You make the comparison. You put it side by side for yourself. Because when we show off our stuff for free, that's when we get the most FDN signing up. That's a great way to do business, right? Is when we're giving out this stuff for free, we get the most people signing up. And the only way that we can come to a realization, a reason for why that's happening, our realization about that is what I was trying to say, is that we must have pretty darn good practitioners. Because when people see it, they want to go do it. So super glad to have you guys here. We are on the hour. Lot of you live. Really.
Oh my God, Holly, can you campsite it to me? Are we is this guy getting his own playlist of content? Because squirrels, someone second the motion. Someone second the motion.
Really, really glad to have all of you guys. I see someone got to meet my dad in San Diego. He said, your dad was so cool. Yes, he was in San Diego last month with me. He is cool. He's definitely.
Your dad was so cool. He was in San Diego last month with you. Did you see that? Your dad was so cool. He was in San Diego last month with you. Yeah, I hope you feel shame about dragging him on this live stream. Claudia, you see that comment? Your dad was so cool. He was in San Diego last month with you. I hope you feel so much. I hope you feel so much fucking shame for dragging your dad.
Cool. He's 1970s, 1980s cool, man. He's got the cigarette hanging out of his mouth. He's chilling. Not a care in the world. So definitely a cool guy. Love him to death. I hope he gets into this FDN stuff eventually, though, so we can keep.
Maybe he just wants to do an honest living and work hard and feel like he can go home at night and that he can feel good about doing an honest day's work. And yeah, would I love that he could maybe not die every day in the hard like sun, but maybe he enjoys doing that. Maybe he doesn't want to scam people.
Keep him around a little bit longer, although he's killing it with the sun side. Yeah, whoever that is, I can't see the names right now that well, but for whoever got to meet him, you do know he literally looks like a different ethnicity compared to me, even when I am not red, because he is out in that sun so much, and I'm hoping that that keeps him alive for a very long time. So without further ado, we're going to get this rolling because we told you guys to be on a little bit early.
I'm pissed.
So I want to bring in our
I'm
speaker
so
here
mad.
in just about 30 seconds. I can see that I caught her off guard for a moment, so I want to make sure that I give her a second here. Kelsey, just give me a thumbs up in the background if you don't mind being pulled live in front of tons of people. No pressure at all whatsoever. Hi, Kelsey. How we doing?
Hi. I'm so excited.
Awesome. You sound good. Look good. Put in the chat really quick. Again, I know this takes...
She doesn't sound good. Have y'all not ever heard of a microphone? I'm confused. I'm confused.
About 30 to 60 seconds for it to load in, but if you could drop in the chat a big hello for Kelsey. I really can't explain this enough to you guys, and they're never going to say it because they're too humble and nice, so I will say it for them. These people that choose to do our keynotes and these case studies and this business success session stuff for us, I'm never saying that in a row again, too much alliteration. They don't get anything from this, guys. And even if we could give them something, even if we gave them advanced courses and all that stuff, it's not even worth it, right? They do very well in their businesses. The amount of effort that they put into making these presentations great and to sharing this information, I cannot stress enough how much this like genuinely just comes from them wanting to share and wanting to help. We could not buy them. We couldn't afford them most likely if we wanted to buy them as...
This is bullshit. They get people signing up, so... Detective Ev, stop.
The speaker. So I hope that that is just taken into consideration when this is happening and all of this is occurring and these speakers are doing their thing. So Kelsey, you rock. I hope, can you see the chat, Kelsey? You see the people saying hello?
I am. I'm trying to wave and say hi without interrupting you.
Oh, good. Oh, no problem at all. I just wanted to make sure you could see that part of the chat. I really would love to figure out this red thing. This is so crazy that I look like this. But thank you guys for humoring me. So I don't want to interrupt her keynote, so I think it's only fair that we give away something right now. That's how we do it here at FDN. We like to have a lot of fun with this. So we will start with the $100 Amazon gift card. We got to keep it a little slow in the beginning. And if you want the advanced course, I think you're going to have to stay for the whole time and watch Kelsey's presentation. So let's start with this Amazon gift card. And if you've been on live before, I have to do this in the most fair way possible. So I try to give questions that either anyone could easily guess or anyone could put in the chat just based on typing speed. So I'm going to tell you that this one is going to be painfully easy. We're just giving it away for the sake of giving it away. Any single person can get this. And I'm going to put the chat overlay up one more time so that you guys can tell that we're always being legitimate, always being nice, and not just picking favorites or anything. Remember, 30 to 60 second delay, so there's going to be some suspense here.
Why don't you do Nightbot?
Whoever puts the letters FDN in the chat first, just put FDN in, you will get the $100 Amazon gift card. That's the first one. Who's it going to be? Nice and suspenseful while we wait. Kelsey, if you want, you can actually test out your share screen while we wait for that first lucky person who's doing that FDN button here. Let's see what we got. What do we got? This is... Okay, I got it. It's Marin tag 5866. Marin tag 5866. You can see, guys, right here on the chat overlay was the first person. So this is who I'm talking to. Congratulations. Remember, there's more giveaways that are going to happen throughout our time here, but that is the first one. So congratulations. Now, Marin tag 5866, that name does not mean anything to us. So I don't want you to have to share your email publicly. If you could do me a favor really quick, if you use Instagram, send us a direct message right now on FDN Training and just screenshot this. Let us know that it's you. If you don't use Instagram, put that in the chat and we'll get it figured out for you somehow. But Instagram would be the easiest way. And I'm going to make sure my team knows that you will be entitled to that. So we're going to have more giveaways. Don't worry. And oh, that's so funny. James Ellis said, people knew before you even said it. You guys are picking up on my tricks. Maybe I'll have to get a little bit sneakier for this next one. All right, so congratulations to you. Fun way to start off the month. And 𝗘𝐲𝗍, welcome to the craziness. Really glad to have you here. Do we want to test out this share screen?
Yes, we're going to do it. I'm just making sure I'm not sharing something weird.
Okay.
Is this working?
Yep, I have it in the background for you. I always like to make sure it's full screen first, so it's looking good to me. Perfect.
Okay.
Now I am going to move us. Generally what I do for these presentations, 𝗘𝐲𝗍, is I will remove my head completely. I'm here with you obviously the entire time, but I don't want to be distracting. If you guys can see this in the chat, it's not going to be full screen. It's going to be like this. Just let us know that you were good to go. And we are going to get this rolling here. So I'm going to give a makeshift bio for 𝗘𝐲𝗍, if that's okay, because I'm sure she's going to introduce herself in her presentation. 𝗘𝐲𝗍 is someone who I only really got to start interacting with a couple of weeks ago. And you guys need to understand something. There are people that do the social media thing, and they do it for the wrong reasons, and they're not nice, and they're not easy to work with. And then there's others that are salt of the earth people that are in it to help others and could not be easier to work with. 𝗘𝐲𝗍 would fall into that second category. Again, these are the things that you guys are never going to get to see if you just watch her presentation today and follow her on Instagram. But she could not have been more easy to communicate with, more wanting to help FDN. And again, especially since we really didn't know each other until a couple weeks ago and she got recruited into this. I mean, she literally put everything down and said, I'm going to get this presentation set so that these people can be inspired about the FDN model, see what it did for her. So I really hope that you guys enjoy that this presentation. That's my makeshift bio. I hope that's okay, 𝗘𝐲𝗍.
Is this master resale rights? If it's master resale rights under FDN, like, oh God. I mean, I don't like FDN, and like this dude right now, not a fan. I'm Pepper of the Earth. Ooh, that's another good shirt idea. Pepper of the Earth. Oh, Nick, we're doing hard return, hard pass. Hashtag anti-MLM. That's going to be our shirt. I just have to figure shit out. We're probably going to work on it tomorrow. But
I know that you're going to say stuff in your presentation, so I just wanted people to know the type of person that you are. And you guys can expect to hear this for approximately 45 to 60 minutes. We will have Q&A with 𝗘𝐲𝗍, so please, if you ask questions during, that's fine, but I'm not necessarily going to see them. So wait till she's done presenting. We'll do Q&A at the end. And the first thing that'll happen when we do that Q&A is I'll give away another Amazon gift card and then a few questions, and we will do the advanced course. So 𝗘𝐲𝗍, the floor is completely yours. Again, I'm fully here with you in the background. I'm just removing my head so that I can shut up and let people get to hear what they came.
What the hell's up with this spacing? What's up? What is I don't understand what they From early hustle and burnout to aligned sustainable six figures. This is my path. FDN was the missing piece that turned knowledge into clarity systems and real results. She just joined like a few weeks ago. How can it be from early hustle and burnout to aligned sustainable six figures? How is it sustainable six figures? You just joined a few weeks ago.
Thank you so much.
Yay, no worries, no worries. We'll be excited to have you as a head in the background. Hi, everyone. My name is 𝗘𝐲𝗍, and like Evan said, I've been part of the FDN community for years since I graduated back in 2023.
Okay, but he just said that she joined a few years ago. I'm confused. That's true, Nicola. I just don't understand. It said that she joined a few weeks ago, but I don't understand. I guess I don't understand what he was saying. Maybe I'm just mad at him.
But I'm a little bit of a silent killer in the background. All right. I absorbed everything that FDN gave me. And I really focused on what I needed to do. So I'm excited to talk about this because while, again, Evan and I just met, I get to explain my story, and this is probably the first time he's heard my story too. So to explain my story, and this is probably the first time he's heard my story too. So today is about understanding the rise of FDN, not to glamorize it, but to me, that's what it felt like. It felt like a rise for me, and then the reckoning within myself, and then the realignment that ultimately brought me so much peace in what I do as an FDN, but also what I do as a wife and a mother, which is really important to me. Balance was everything to me. So
I'm sure getting commissions from people and making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of their financial sacrifices gives you a lot of peace. I'm sure having a shit ton of money gives you a lot of peace. Depending on what your core values are.
This is, like Evan had said, if you have questions, jot them down, put them in the chat. Just make sure you can get back to them, because one of the most amazing things that I feel like I get to do on a regular basis is connect with people. It is my heart and my soul, and I love doing it.
Have Detective Ev star them. You can do that in Restream. Put them in the chat. Detective Ev, do something instead of sitting there.
So if there's anything that you ever need, this is the time. You can find me on Instagram, whatever makes the most sense. So here we go. We're going to talk about the early hustle, and we're going to talk about the burnout, and we're going to talk about numbers. I will share with you and be very transparent about how insane things got right after FDN, how I created a 6-figure business, and it kind of came to me like a slap in the face, if I'm being honest. It was phenomenal. And then I'm going to tell you exactly what I had to do about it to kind of wrap my head around that type of growth. So this is who I am. My name is Kelsey, and I am excited because I was quite literally on the other side of this presentation 3 years ago. In 2022 is when I decided that FDN was the way to go, and I had been juggling which types of certifications I wanted to do. I have several certifications outside of FDN, and I will talk about every one that I have, because maybe those are certifications that you're thinking about going down, and I'll tell you the positives and negatives of some of those and what I essentially really needed and what really brought me to FDN. It is important to note I am a very transparent person. I'm not going to give you anything but the God's honest truth every single time. And I will say it in a way that is kind, but also non-filtered. You will get the honest truth from me every time, okay? So today we're going to talk about my search before FDN, discovering FDN, from student to practitioner. The first 30 days of graduation after FDN was bananas. I will tell you all about it. Authentic marketing, sustainable practice, resilience is not just for the client, resilience is for the practitioner, and then the key takeaways, and of course, closing. Okay, so my story is a little bit unique, but I think
Do not do that transition on your PowerPoint. Do not do that transition. For the love of God. Don't do it. Please. Please don't do that.
Everybody has a very unique story that really brings them to their health journey, and whatever that is. My journey didn't start with certifications. In fact, it started a little bit chaotic. When I was growing up, without going into the gory details, I grew up around instability, bullying, and then really some deep-rooted traumas that kids really should not be navigating. And it's very sad that this is a common story, and I'm sure that a lot of you can relate with that. But what I didn't want was, I didn't want to make this about that. I wanted to make this about overcoming that. So when you don't have the emotional tools, I think this goes without saying, when you don't have the emotional tools as a child, you find whatever coping mechanism that you can that's available in order to get you through whatever it is that you're going through. And for me, that was...
I want to know what certification she has too. That would be good to know. And she doesn't tell us. And she doesn't tell us. which is super interesting. And there's no disclosures on this slide. There's none. I'm a mother of 3, a gym owner. Oh, that's good to know.
Food. For me, that was my comfort. That's how I numbed myself. And then past that, in order to distract from negative attention, I had a sense of control by outperforming everyone. I was an overachiever. So I went from, really using food as a numbness and food as a comfort, and that just being something that helped me. And it created obesity, obviously, over time. By the time I was 11, I was very obese. I was 50 pounds overweight at 11 years old. But it was really hard for me to break that habit. And then when I got into middle school, it was all about how can I get the best grades that I can so that my parents can see me? How can I be the best version of myself so that negative attention doesn't come to me, right? It was about achieving. So when I was in my 20s, early 20s, 21, I got married very, very young. I had my first child at 24, and that was the breaking point for me. I remember the exact moment that I looked at my child. She was laying in this bassinet next to me, and she was perfect because she was 6 weeks old and she's sleeping. And I thought to myself, I cannot have her grow up in the same way that I grew up. I need to be better. I need to lose the weight. I need to be healthy. I need to provide for her. I don't want her to feel like she has to outperform. I didn't want the things that I had when I was a kid. So long story short, I signed up for a triathlon. Like, who doesn't do that when they want to lose weight? Pretty much everybody. You shouldn't do that. I don't recommend it. But that's what I did because I'm an overachiever. And I ran and swam and biked this triathlon when I was 24 years old, and I lost a whole bunch of weight. I was 70 pounds overweight at the time that I decided that I wanted to get healthy.
Let me remind you, if this is triggering, hop out of the chat. Preserve and promote your emotional well-being. She is doing all this to push you towards purchasing their course. And if you're part of Aaron's channel, if you're a part of Brianna Jewel's channel, if you're a part of Kat Benson's channel, both of those registered dietitians, Aaron is, and Brianna Jewel is, and Kat Benson is, certified personal trainers. You're taught, those are real certifications, and, Kat and Brianna Jewel they're registered dietitians. And so remember, getting pushed into these type of courses that are more MLM and more twisty than anything else. Go regulate yourself if you need to. Grab a craft if you need to. Hop out of the stream and grab a craft, or go read, take a shower, put your hands in like ice water and kind of ground yourself if you need to. Whatever's Dr. Ev, they're doing this to funnel you to take your cash. End of the day, that's my opinion. I've watched enough of this funnel shit to know what's going on, and I have struggled with binging and food, eating disorders, with my tennis stuff and my coach and everything growing up. So if you need to hop out. Take care of yourself. Always take care of yourself, okay? I'm sorry she struggled with this stuff. She didn't give us any trigger warnings. She's pushing you to buy something, and it's fuckery. It's absolute fuckery.
And over the course of 2 years, I lost the weight and I felt really good. Then people started noticing, what did you do? What is happening? What have you been doing that's taking care of yourself? Your skin is glowing and so on. And at the time I didn't know any better. I just knew that I needed to lose weight and I needed to take care of myself. And so this really launched me into a fitness career. So I became a personal trainer. And then when being a personal trainer wasn't enough, because that was enough of a certification, that was my very first certification ever as a personal trainer. Then I got into more certifications, and we'll talk about that in a second. But ultimately, it was that first chapter that really led me down this path to FDN. Oh, go backwards. Okay. So here we go. This is my favorite slide because I can't even tell you. Honestly, I lost track of how many certifications and continued education courses I have taken over the course of my life. But ultimately, I started with precision nutrition once, and maybe some of you are familiar with precision nutrition. It is an amazing base certification. It is kind of one of those, like if you look at FDN as kind of a college level.
You know what's great? Registered dietitian. You know how difficult that test is after you go to school to be a registered dietitian, and then you have to do the internship, and then you have to study for the test and all of the math you have to do and all the conversion shit because you're working you're working in a hospital setting or you're working in a personal practice setting and you're having to do the calculations. It's so hard. All right? And I'm not saying, oh, this is harder so it's better. It is, there's so much more that goes into it because the human body is so complex. Everybody is different. I'm not saying that there's not meaningful things that go along with if you're a certified personal trainer, and then there's also reasonable things that you can add on to that, like what a complete plate looks like, or general macro healthy information. This stuff around selling you a $6,000 course? Sorry. Fuckery, in my opinion. Okay? And as Hannah Alonso says, look at the source, like whatever it is. Look at the source, remember the motive. Look at the source, remember the motive. This is a funnel and potentially a funnel into LEMD, or with Kat Aragon, she's selling out LEMD, and if you get this, she's also going to pair it with the tool of LEMD. And I don't know, other than I hate this slide because nothing is consistent, so I'm not going to look at those little location markers, not touching the line, but either way, this is fuckery. Detective Ev is on our list. I don't know what this is. I hate the gradient in the background. It's awful. Certifications are meaningful. Certifications to manipulate people and scare them and use emotional control to push them into a buying decision is fuckery. It's fuckery.
Certification, right? It's the creme de la creme, at least it is for me. Then precision nutrition was that entryway. It was I need to go to elementary school and learn how to read type of situation for me. So precision nutrition level 1, I was able to finish in 8 months. And then I went straight into precision nutrition level 2. And level 2 is a year-long program where you're really working on some business and case studies. And ultimately, if I'm being super transparent, which you should know that I always will be, that it was not my favorite. The level 2 was not my favorite. I think a lot of people loved it, but there's still something very much lacking. I was able to support clients. I became a metabolism coach, a weight loss coach, worked with macros and so on. And I was able to really support people along.
A metabolism coach? A metabolism coach? A metabolism coach? Mm-hmm. What? Man? You know who doesn't call themselves a metabolism coach? A registered dietitian. And you know who doesn't call themselves a metabolism coach? Ethical personal trainers who get their certification. And Erin's getting a certification right now in nutrition. I don't remember what it's specifically called, but you know what she's not going to call herself? A metabolism coach. You know what I'm saying? What?
Along the way. But ultimately what I was discovering was you can only count calories and exercise so much to get people to where they want to be. And ultimately as well, their health was still struggling. They still had some kind of, well, I don't know why my gut is this way, or I think it's a hormonal issue that I'm not continuing to lose weight. So I kind of shifted from that macro coach weight loss
Nicola?
and
Yes.
said, well, I think we need to really dig deeper. So I had a cluster of certifications from University of Boulder, Colorado. I had some at University of Arizona and so on. And these are just, minor certifications, but they helped me put the puzzle pieces together. And I loved that about these courses. They were small, they were bite-sized, and they helped me really start to get a full grip on what I'm ultimately wanting to see. Now, I did do IIN, Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and I did that in...
I think Autumn Calabrese did this. I think Melissa... What's her name? She was in Beachbody and she had like a bunch of exotic animals and she was super twisty. I don't remember. I'll have to ask Jen B.
In 2019, I believe. And with this one, again, I'll be honest, this left a lot to be desired for me personally. And the reason that is because for me, I really struggled with how many modalities they focused on at once. So they didn't really fine tune and niche in one area. It wasn't about functional or holistic medicine or nutrition. It was, would you like to learn about Ayurvedic? Would you like to learn about, functional nutrition? Would you like to learn about being a vegan? It was so many things and it felt so scattered to me that I couldn't quite really grip what I needed. And so that one for me, it was definitely not a waste of time because it helped me understand so much about the psychology of nutrition, but it just was so scattered that it left me even more confused on which direction I really wanted to go. Now, I know a lot of people...
The psychology of nutrition.
have been in IIN, and it has been really supportive of kind of a nice general practice. I just needed to really understand the human body so much better than what it was able to provide. During this time, I had my third kiddo, Maxwell, and I decided it would be a great idea to become a yoga teacher. For I don't know what reason outside of the fact that I love to do things and I love to learn things. So I definitely became a yoga teacher when he was 6 weeks old. Yes, that was crazy. I don't recommend it for everybody. However, that opportunity has been amazing for me. I now get to work with our local sports team in the Northwest and really support them in their yoga practice and mobility when they're doing their professional athlete thing. Full body systems. So this one, I really love full body systems. A
200-hour certified yoga instructor, like, that's nothing. No shade. No shit. 200 hours, like, that's the basic, like, that's a basic certification for a yoga instructor. No shade. Truly, no shade. Someone just did a deep dive. Was it Kiki Chanel? Someone just did a deep dive on a yoga instructor going off on TikTok and talking about the history of, Pilates. Maybe it was Pilates. I don't remember. Was it? Maybe it was Pilates. 200 hours is like, whatever you're doing, Pilates or yoga, like, that was a lot after giving birth. I've never given birth. My sister-in-law has. I give it to her. I'm just saying, that's cool that she works with a professional sports team. That doesn't mean that you should give her thousands of dollars. That sounds like she needs a warm bubble bath and a nap. Maybe some animal crackers.
I can see in the chat that a lot of people have gone into full body systems with Andrea Nakayama. She's actually a Portland resident, as am I. I saw her on a plane one time and I had like a moment of, oh my God, this is a celebrity. And I realized nobody around me knew who she was. But I knew who she was, and that's really all that mattered. And I was like a little bit hyperventilating because to me, she was the queen of functional nutrition. So with full body systems, I loved this experience. I absolutely loved this experience. If you don't know a lot about FBS, it goes into every different type of system of the body and how each system of the body, it's an anatomy course and then it's a biology course. What Functional Nutrition Alliance did not do for me was a couple things. As it went through each system, which was incredible because you get so much knowledge on each system, what we didn't get to do was zoom out and see it all as a whole as much as I would have liked. So here's the immune system, here's the digestive system, here's the urinary system, cardiovascular system. And we got really deep into the weeds on those, but I still was lacking how all of this comes together and really affects a human.
Interestingly enough, what kind of, who does do that? Live chat knows. Live chat knows the answer to that question. I know Replay Crew knows that too. She's so close to the answer. She's so close. She's so close. She literally. God dang it, Let me plug my phone in. She's so close to the answer. We know the answer. Nick, let's go! Pelvic floor physical therapy, game changer. Dude, game changer. Let's go. Registered dietitian. Registered dietitian. I love how 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶𝗴𝗴𝗲𝗀 Weaver is like, this didn't give me all the perspective of how all these things work together. Registered dietitian, ma'am. You could have been a registered dietitian. You could have seen how all this worked together as a registered dietitian. Okay, why is this loosening up on me? Because I didn't tie a knot. Okay. Yes. You know what? Game changer. Honestly, like, that's what got me able to, like, survive until my first surgery back in 2023. And my physiatrist. And then my mobility guy at the end of July 2024. Game changer. And I've been going to the pelvic floor person since 2023. I mean, I'm very grateful for insurance. But I also I don't mind driving, but like my surgeon down at Texas Children's, I started going to a pelvic floor physical therapist at Texas Children's too, because like they actually know what endometriosis is. I mean, most pelvic floor people do too, but like they're all in the same ecosystem, so I don't have to like, they all know who all the doctors are. You know what I mean? So my brother actually started going to the pelvic floor physical therapist too. So he was like, his doctor told him to go too. And that was after my mom was like, I think you need to go to the pelvic floor physical therapist. He was like, Mom.
So that to me was a little bit lacking. The other thing was lacking was the fact that once I graduated, I was actually even more frustrated. And this was not because of FBS, because I think FBS is a great experience. But what was really, I struggled with was seeing all of these issues that maybe was a digestive issue or an immune issue or a urinary issue, and trying to work with doctors or, NDs or whatever it is of the client that I'm working with, and not being able to get anywhere because they don't know what labs I'm hoping to order. They don't know what a GI map looks like. They don't know what an HTMA or a Dutch test looks like. They don't know how to read it. I knew how to read it because I educated myself. You don't learn that in full body systems.
Or the doctor looks at a Dutch test and says, hey, this isn't something that is like, it's not something that they don't know how to read. It's something that they don't put enough. What do I want to say? They don't order it because it's not as dependable to them in their eyes. It's not worth the money because it doesn't give them the information that they're hoping for. I don't know. I don't know. If any practitioner mentions a Dutch test, run. Not clinically relevant, Marie. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, can I just like I don't know if this is TMI. February 2023, I couldn't put weight. I went from like slowing down I stopped being able to do like half marathons in 2017, 2018. I started like, they were uncomfortable. I did 75 hard I know. I did 75 hard in 2019. And I had kind of an anxiety meltdown in 2020. And I started like 2019. I also started in Young Living. 2020, 2021. When did we move? 2022, I started getting mental health help from a medical doctor, finally, and who was actually like an advocate at the military base. And 2023, trying to get medicine or like trying to get tests and everything to get approved to go to Japan. Didn't get approved because I was in and out of the emergency room the year before and end of 2022. They couldn't figure out what was wrong. I got all the tests, nothing's wrong, pain uncontrolled. I started experiencing intense pain when I was walking, pelvic floor, couldn't stand up straight. So much pain, like I couldn't put pressure on like my legs because when I like put all my weight on my legs, it was so intense I couldn't, like I'd have to sit down all the time. I don't remember when I got my walker, but like it was like a no-go. So Navy was like, you're not going because the hospital, we can't do anything for you. So my mom is researching her little heart out because I've done all the tests they think of. And then she takes me to Dallas because she thinks I have endometriosis. So she takes me to an endo doctor, and the endo doctor's like, I think you do. We can't tell you that you have it until we do a surgery. I'm not on your insurance, but I think there's a doctor in Houston. He used to be on TRICARE. I don't know if he still is. So the doctor in Corpus, I don't remember what she was, but she was amazing. She saw that he used to be on TRICARE and he wasn't. She didn't know why, so she did something in the system. She put him back on TRICARE. I don't know like exactly if that's what she did, but I was able to start going to him. He wasn't free till the next year. And my sister-in-law was calling every single day for a cancellation. And so a cancellation happened in November. But I started going to pelvic floor physical therapy, and I started getting injections at a physiatrist. And the injections were super painful, and those were out of pocket. But the pelvic floor, I was going to weekly, and those got me through till November. And those were also painful, but those got me to where I could walk again, even though I couldn't stand up straight. But the pelvic floor physical therapy was life-changing for me. Your blood work looks great. Yeah. You're fine. Yeah, the thing they told me was, why don't you drink some more water and eat some vegetables and lose weight, and you should be fine. That's what they told me at the emergency room when I was crying and I couldn't stand up straight. And they're like, you're basically fine. We don't see anything on the scans, but you're a little fat, and why don't you try drinking some more water and eating some more vegetables and like lose some weight. And the first surgery I had, they removed 25 lesions from my torso, and a lot of them were on my intestines, which is why I was having so many symptoms that looked like other things. And then my second surgery I just had in earlier part of the summer was the same thing, basically. They grew back. I mean, I'm just saying, like, doctors don't know everything. And if you find a good one, sometimes it takes a while to find a good one. You have to be your own advocate. And sometimes I'm not trying to diss people in the medical community. They don't know everything. And also, endo is super tricky. And other diseases are also super tricky. Sometimes you need a battle buddy to go with you, like a friend or a parent if you have someone. And if you don't have anybody, sometimes your piece of paper with everything written down is your battle buddy. And it's just you against the world, because it can't be, sometimes the doctor can't be the person you put on the pedestal. It's like you have to go to war for yourself, which sucks. And you can't be crushed by the comment that just because I've met so many nurses who don't know what endometriosis is. I've even met some doctors who don't know what endometriosis is. And I'm not saying everyone has endo. I'm just saying, like, some people are uneducated, but that doesn't mean what you have doesn't exist. Or that your pain, like, just because your disease is invisible doesn't mean that you don't have it. Hey, Tori. So,
systems, you learn that in FDN. So what was hard for me was the fact that I was unable to order some of these tests and dig deeper the way that I really wanted to, because their practitioners or their doctors weren't able to align with me in that way. And that's no fault of their own. That's just not how they're educated. So Full Body Systems was an incredible experience. It really laid an amazing foundation for me. It definitely left me a little bit lacking on what I ultimately wanted for my career. And that was to uncover the root causes and see the full body as a whole. And that's really where FDN kind of played a huge role for me. Okay, so let's talk about FDN, because I've been in your shoes on trying to make decisions. Maybe you're in FDN.
Why is it so pixelated?
Or you're trying to figure out, do you want to be in FDN? Or maybe you're like, well, I actually am in FBS, or I'm thinking about FBS Full Body Systems. What makes FDN different? I'm going to tell you. So I was considering many certifications at the time. I'm pretty much always considering a new certification. Not anymore, actually, I'll be honest. FDN kind of was that end game for me, and now I just do a lot of education with them afterwards. But FDN ultimately goes deeper. So it is about nutrition and lifestyle and mindset. Yes, it's also about the root causes and linking every single one of the systems together. So like I was saying prior to, I really struggled after IIN and FBS because I was feeling a little scattered. FBS gave me such an amazing foundation. What it lacked was tying all of those systems together for me. And so that's what FDN did. Functional labs and real data. I already kind of alluded to this, but you need to have the data. More importantly, you need to have the connection with the client. Without the connection with the client and understanding what they're going through, data is just data. But when we have them married together, it is the most powerful tool you will ever have ever in your practice. You don't have to sell anyone anything because you're showing them.
What do you mean practice? What do you mean practice? I'm terrified right now. What do you mean practice? Oh my God, a widow word. What do you mean practice? You're gonna go... What do you mean practice?
What is happening? So it gave me the ability to test instead of guess. It gave me the strength and the confidence to show the client, this is what we're seeing, and this is how it's relating back to you. This is what we see in your body. Do you feel this? And it is the most incredible, validating experience, often comes with tears for the client to say, yes, no one has shown this to me before. How did we find this? And what the heck are we going to do about it? That's all you really need. Then we have the true mentorship. This honestly is the gold medal for me, truly. Of everything that FDN offers, the mentorship truly is amazing. And I have to admit, I think every certification that I have, which again is several, they all have some kind of mentorship program. Let me tell you why this is different. The clinical advisor sessions are truly the most incredible sessions you will ever experience, because you are sitting down with someone that has done this longer than you, that has a different perspective, and that gives you all the tools you need to understand the data and then apply it into a functional protocol that supports the client to feel better. I will truly say, so 𝗘𝘅𝗽𝗶𝗴𝗀𝗀 is my favorite. So my shout out to 𝗘𝗅𝗽𝗶𝗴𝗀, right? I adore her. Every time I have a new client, this is the God's honest truth. Every time I have a new client, I get a clinical advisor session with her for 90 minutes every single time. And every single time I sit down with Courtney, she is the most kind, patient, incredible person to sit down and share and brainstorm with you and listen to you and connect the dots with you. It is 90 minutes of me and Courtney talking about a client and coming up with a plan that makes sense for her, for this client. And it is amazing. So I truly think that...
Sorry, I know it keeps showing this. I just have a question. How do you get around not prescribing things to people? How do you get around the restrictions on prescribing stuff to people and not playing doctor in this situation? Just because you're a functional diagnostic nutritionist practitioner, you still can't prescribe stuff to people. I guess you can recommend supplements, but like, it sounds like you are doing things and saying, oh, by the way, the reason that you have like hormone issues, thyroid issues, whatever, Ehlers-Danlos, or like, fibromyalgia, it sounds like you could get in the weeds pretty fast. It sure sounds like that.
FDN has a gold mine with their clinical advisor sessions. I don't know if you've done any type of sessions with
Becky
laboratories.
Beige.
Vibrant is one of my favorites. They do, 30-minute consultations on a lab work, and that's just not enough. You
Yep.
need 90 minutes with someone who has been doing this longer than you, so you can not only guide your client in the most effective way for the most positive health outcomes, but also every time you have a conversation with one of these clinical advisors, you are smarter than you were before you started. And it's amazing. Clear framework. Now, this is amazing as well. With FDN, they tell you exactly what you can do as soon as you're done doing it. You graduate and you have a framework. You don't need to worry about it. It is all there for you. How you meander and shift around that framework is up to you. And I will definitely share with you how I did that to make it work for myself. There is always true transformation. Honestly, there wasn't another certification that really hit home for me in the same way that FDN did. And I will be the first to admit that part of the reason I'm so successful today in my business is because I have stacked. I have stacked a lot of certifications. I probably could have saved some cash and time, but ultimately every experience has been an amazing experience. Not only do you have these true transformations with your clients, you have these true transformations with your own health. I have an FDN brain. There is no way I will ever go back. It's like I have completely swapped out my old brain for an FDN brain. So anytime anybody is discussing anything that has to do with their health at all, my head is always in problem solving. My head is always in root cause resolution. My head is always, what can I offer this person that is just going to give them a little bit more so that they feel confident in what they need to do going forward. So that's how I made my decision. Okay, let's talk about the real stuff here. Going through FDN was fun. I'm going to be honest about that because I was super excited. This couldn't be a more...
Why is this pixelated? I know it doesn't look as pixelated to you. Right here at the top, it looks pixelated to me.
Like honest progression. I was so excited to start the course. I was just head first. No, don't dip your toes in the water. And if you know me, you know that I don't dip my toes in the water of anything. I am head first, always figure it out later type of person. I knew as soon as I started the course that it was the right decision. In fact, I remember the moment I spoke to my husband and said, this was perfect. This is exactly what I needed. I'm good. Now, then you go into a total overwhelm because you're like, whoa, this is some seriously in-depth, incredible information. And I remember one of the very first modules, Reed was talking and he said, I will never forget this. He's like, you're going to listen to the modules over and over again. You're going to go need to take a walk and you're going to need to listen to these modules over and over again, at least 3 times. And I kid you not, I listened to modules at least 3 times and I laughed every time I did it because I'm like, well, he was right for sure. So this overwhelm of information, it made me recognize that ultimately this education is incredible, but what I truly needed was to honor myself and how I learn. So that's when I dialed in. I will be transparent in saying I am a slow learner. You might not believe that, but I am a slow learner. It takes me time. I was actually just talking to someone who asked me about FDN the other day on Instagram, and she asked me about my learning style. And my learning style was the same. Every time I opened up a module, I had a gigantic notebook, and I would pretty much write down everything they said. Not because it wasn't available to you in slides, because it is. not because it isn't available to you in quizzes and notes, because it is. They provide everything that you need. But because I know myself and I know my learning style, I needed to make this kinetic. I needed to have a full body experience. I needed to hear it, I needed to see it, and I needed to use my body and write down what was being said in order to have that full immersion of this information. That's when I nailed it. And everything after that was smooth sailing. So my advice is honor yourself and know how you learn, because that's when you really excel. Now, one of my favorite parts about FDN at the end was the practicals. And again, I don't know what the practicals are like now, because I graduated in 2023, in May of 2023. But I remember
She's selling something. She's not exactly... She's like prepping. I think she's prepping for the questions. I think she's telling people her story about why she is the person to listen to. She's adding credibility to the course. She's not talking about what's in the course. And she's saying the course is better than her yoga. The course is better than all the other ones she's taken, and she's taken so many. The course is better than, and the guy, Detective Ev, has said, oh, we're going to give away so much information. So we're expecting a lot of information. She's given away a lot of information, but not a lot of information about whatever the fuck this is. So she has solidified that she did give us a lot of information, but not a lot of information about FDN. It's all a sales pitch. It's all a funnel. It's all fuckery.
Practicals, you had a certain amount of time that you needed to do it. You had case studies, and then you had the practicals with
her
clinical
mouth
advisors,
noises.
and it was always a lot of fun. And I remember over complicating everything, because that's typically what I do. But every time I did a practical and a case study, I was so proud of myself, because my clinical advisor every time was like, you absolutely nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. And I remember, because I dialed in my learning style. So that would be my advice, is to just be true to who you are in FDN and what you need, and you will excel and get what exactly you need out of the program. Okay, so let's talk about what happened once I actually graduated. Okay, so from student to practitioner, I felt so ready. I took everything that I learned, all the systems, the protocols, everything that I learned. My confidence was through the roof, because I nailed so many of those case studies and those practicals, and I was on cloud 9. Now, here's what I did. I did not just graduate and then sit on my hands. I was prepared. So I created the buzz before I graduated. I already had clients within my nutrition practice, because I had been in precision nutrition, because I had been in IIN, because I had been in FDS or FBS. And let me tell you, it was a slow going, and I had capped, and I'll show you that cap here in just a second, but it was slow going. But I had a good amount of clients. I knew a lot of people, and I loved that. So I talked about what was going on. With every client I had, I said, I am graduating from functional diagnostic nutrition. Isn't that exciting? I can order labs for you and tell you exactly what that means. Hey, you know that roadblock that you have with your health right now and why you're not gaining more progress? Fear not, I got you. We'll come back to this in May of 2023, which obviously was just a month or so later. So then I created the buzz. I built the programs. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. FDN gives you so much framework. For me, I took that framework and I adapted it to what I already knew was working for me and my systems prior to FDN. And I'm super happy to talk to anybody about those. But I created my offers. I set up my labs, all of my dispensary accounts. I did all of the things that I felt I needed to do, so that by the time they said, here is your...
I love that. You know what's fun to do? getting clay that dries in 24 hours and buying stamps. And, well, I did this for my, like, giveaway stuff. Well, for, like, presents that are cheap. I made bath salts with, like, lavender. And I put it in baggies. And then I got, like, a cookie cutter. Like a circle one. Or you can use a glass. I used a glass. And then I got the clay that dries in 24 hours. And so I used the glass to make circles. And then I just got like a pen cap. And I took out the top so I could run a string through. And I picked up a stamp. I picked up 2 stamps. And I did a Christmas one. Then on the back, I did handmade by. Then I let them dry. Or made with love or something like that. And so then I attached the ornament to the bath salt. And so then they had an ornament for whatever year it was. And they had their bath salt. And yes, I also rearrange ornaments in a ton.
Certificate. I was onboarding clients. I also made sure I asked for high value investments. I will never forget one of the conversations that I had with Antoinette. She was a clinical advisor. Maybe she still is. She was amazing at the time. And one of the last practicals we had, she said, "Hey, how much are you going to charge?" And I did what I'm doing right now. Okay. I hesitated and I was like, I think this should be it. And I will never forget this conversation that Antoinette said. She basically talked to me like she was my mother. And she was like, absolutely not. The value that you are putting into not only FDN as a certification, but what you are doing and what I am seeing in your case studies and your practicals, you are so beyond that. And she told me to triple it. That's literally what she said. She's like, you need to at least
What's your
triple
favorite
it.
stitch?
And I almost choked. And then when I got off of that call with her, I almost cried. And then I went to my husband and he was like, well, yeah, you should. You've been working so hard. So I created, and I got uncomfortable. And I'll be honest, I did not triple it. That made me so uncomfortable. I was not ready for that. But I will tell you now, today, I have more than tripled it. Okay. So I needed to kind of slide in a way that made sense for me. And I more than doubled it. I just didn't triple it, but now I'm more than tripled. Okay. And then I launched with momentum. I was so ready. I was like, let's do this. My community was ready and we did not mess around. I enrolled 20 people in the program in 30 days and it was bananas. And I'll tell you more about that. I also learned the sustainability lesson. So 20 new clients in onboarding and functional labs. You have to think about the functional labs you have to go through. 20 new sets of functional labs in 30 days. I don't think I saw my family. It was insane. It was so fun. And I was so empowered and I loved every single second of it until I didn't. And then was like, wow, that was a lot. And I realized this lesson about 4 months later when I kind of was slowly settling in. And that's when I learned the sustainability lesson. And we will definitely talk about that. Okay, so let's talk about the fun stuff, the revenue and the growth journey. Mine is a little bit different than everybody else's, but I think everybody else has a very different story. So it's worth noting that, like I said, I did have a...
This is so fucking MLM. I can't even. Hey, what's the product? Hey, what's the product about? Oh, yeah, it's talking about, well, we're kind of going to touch a little bit on it. It's about, nutrition stuff. Well, what specifically about nutrition? Oh, well, it's about, it's kind of about, blood tests and stuff like that. Well, what's the nutrition part about? well, I mean, here's the course it's about, and then you're going to be able to enroll in it, and you're going to be able to do clinicals, and then there's these mentors and stuff, and here's the money you're going to be able to make. Oh. And I enrolled 20 people, and then it was really hard on my family, and then here's the longevity part, and I'm actually, you know, I was told to increase my rate of cost 3 times, but I didn't do that, but now I'm like way more than 3 times. They're talking about the money every damn time, and they never talk about the product. It sure sounds like an MLM to me. It's probably something like master resale rights, but fuckery is afoot. And honestly, I don't. Detective Ev, welcome to Anti-MLM.
Sustainable practice ahead of time, right? So I had many
So she was told to increase her cost for dealing with one client 3 times from what she told her advisor that she was going to be charging. And she didn't do that. But now she has increased her cost per customer well over 3 times. But she hasn't told us what that cost is. So people in their minds are imagining that they can charge one person a lot. That is a selling technique. I hate her spacing so much.
certifications prior to FDN, and this is my average about 60K to 75K a year, and I was pretty happy with that. I was also working fairly part-time. I would say I was about
where's your income disclosure statement? You still need one. Even if you're not in MLM.
30 hours a week or so working with clients and feeling really good about it. Here's the difference with FDN now versus pre-FDN. I needed more clients to sustain this income than I need to sustain this income. Okay, so that's definitely worth noting. Okay, so when I graduated in 2023, but the first 5 months of graduation, or I'm sorry, within the first 5 months of the year prior to graduation, I had taken in about 49,000 in revenue. That was a big year for me. I was also creating buzz. So a lot of people that were coming on prior to my graduation were simply coming on because they knew that FDN was going to help them change their life through me. So I was growing that first 5 months, and that was an incredible year for me. It was the best year I'd have in the first 5 months of 2023. Now, in the first 30 days post-graduation, that was insane. I had 39,000 come in revenue in 30 days. It was unreal, and it felt, I don't even know if I have good words for it. It felt surreal.
There it is.
Absolutely felt surreal.
There it is.
20 clients enrolled, 6,700 per program. So imagine if I'd actually tripled it. Can you believe that? Right? I know. 4-month was the payment plan. So I actually allow my clients to put out a payment plan that makes sense for them. Okay. So most of those people were in a 4-month payment plan. And we had a little bit more revenue in the beginning because more work is needed to be done in the beginning. So I actually have people put more down in the beginning, and then we're able to go through and make the payments make sense for them. So the first 90 days post-graduation, this is not including the 49,000. This is the first 30 days was 39,000. In 90 days, it was 84,000. And then by the end of 2023, I had reached 201,000. And after FDN, the 7 months after FDN was over 150,000. So it was a very surreal experience, and it was an amazing year. Now, what I learned was that I cannot sustain 20 new clients every 30 days. And I needed to pull myself back so I could be present with myself and I could be present with my family. So in 2024, I was like, okay, I need a cap on clients. I really need a cap on clients. So I did. I capped on clients.
Yeah.
And all I did was client work in 2024, plus networking and all of those other things. But this was all client work. And then in 2025, which is this year, so far, I'm at 151,000, but I'm projected at 180. Now this is different because this is now I'm not just doing client work. I have other forms of revenue as well, which I will share with you as well. Okay. So this is a little bit of a chaotic slide, but I really liked the photos, so we're going with it. This is my business.
Oh my God.
Today. So this is what I do. You'll see right here in the middle, it is 20 to 35 hours a week I work, you know, and this definitely changes from week to week, depending on my client load of the week. But you'll see I really have sustainably, as of right now, anywhere from 15 to 20 clients are on my books at a time. I have found that if I do more than that, it is a lot on my brain. Can you do more than that? Absolutely. Have I done more than that? Absolutely. Have I made more money doing that? Yes. For me, it is an active choice to have less clients so that I can have time for everything else. So here's about my hourly just being
So
in front
she's
of a
got a
client.
downline.
Okay, this is just being in front of a client. Zoom sessions is the way that I rock and roll here. Then I've got casework. Casework is 5 to 10 hours weekly. That's going to be my clinical advisor sessions. Sometimes I hang out with Courtney a heck of a lot more than I think she wants to, but that's okay. And then I'm writing out case notes. I do a lot of that so that people have a play-by-play on what they need.
10, 20, 30.
And then lab reviews. A lot of this
10. So 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43,
is lab reviews. What's going
44, 45. If you go for the highest numbers, it's 45 hours a week.
on, getting into research, making sure I know exactly what I'm seeing with the client so that when I do speak with them, they're very confident that I know what I'm talking about. Administration work, not a lot. I don't have to do a whole lot of that. Most of that's in casework, but messaging, emails, managing my wait list, billing, scheduling. Yes, I have a wait list. And yes, I keep it there without the pressure of pulling people in because I need balance. Networking is definitely something that I really enjoy doing. It's not all the time, to be honest. I try not to spend too much time actually doing workshops and podcasts.
Oh,
and
that's
things
monthly.
Like that. I do love.
Never mind, that's monthly. My bad. Weekly. I didn't mean month. I didn't see monthly. My bad. My bad. I didn't read. The black and the beige got to me. And I was seeing everything else in color, and then I wasn't reading, and it was a lot of overwhelm.
Doing it, I just cap myself on 2 to 4 hours.
Health with Kelsey. Got it. Let's block real quick. Are we good? Run. Health. Oh my God. Can y'all see that? That's her feed. my God. She needs an updated picture. All right, has anyone found Detective Ev? Hold on. If anyone finds Detective Ev, let me know. We'll be done in a minute. We're gonna watch the live thing tomorrow. Maybe they follow each other. You don't have to click on anything, don't worry. I'm just blocking her so I can follow her. He's on Insta, but can you just tell me his name? Like, type his name. I can type his name in.
Hours a month, again, to make sure I'm spending time with myself. I do write for featured articles and newsletters across the country, and I have a really good time with that. So that takes up some time every month. Like I said, I am.
Okay, I'm just going to skip to her slides, okay?
That's just the way that it goes. Value for everyone. There is never a time that I don't help someone. I don't care if they're paying me or not. I'm taking care of myself financially and my family financially. So if I can give any type of information to anybody, I'm going to do it. 5 minutes of my time.
Okay, authentic marketing.
Have a failure, take it as an educational piece and move on. Yes, that is absolutely right. It is so much harder to do, but entrepreneurship is not linear. You've got to ride the waves and you've got to be consistent.
There it is. It's going to go up and down, so don't quit. So you better be in it for the long haul and don't be disappointed if my stuff doesn't work for you. There it is. If you're going to pay a shit ton of money, don't be disappointed if it doesn't work for you, because it's going to go up and down. And it's not my fault. It's not my fault if FDN doesn't work for you. It's not the program's fault. It's social media's fault. His name or his handle? His handle, Holly, if you can. They're always laying the foundation to let you know that, like, it's not their fault. Yes. FDN framework with the flexibility, clarity and connections, data over guesswork, mentorship that sticks, repeatable client roadmap, flexible roadmap. Why did you repeat roadmap twice? Trust the process. It's your fault, not our fault. Oh, we got arrows now that are pixelated. Oh, sorry. My bad. Y'all can't see anything. Oh, God. Here, I'm going back. There's this one. My approach to authentic marketing. Not a bad slide. This one you could have done animation on. As she's talking, you could have done this one, then this one, so you didn't overwhelm the audience. You could have done that. Have them appear. This one you could have done animation on. Okay, you're the best. EVANTR. Thank you. Professional speaker. have to follow them block. 𝗬𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Thank you. So I can download their lives. This one you could have done animation on. This one you could have done animation on too. This could have been an entire section, and it could have, you could have slid it in this way, and then you could have slid this one in this way, you know, this way. You could have done that. This is the one I was talking about. Entrepreneurship isn't linear. Ride the waves. This is the one. It's not our fault. It's your fault. Or just be ready for when things don't go your way, because it's not the program's fault. The lack of color is so boring. Like, and all these parents too, doing beige in their kids' rooms. Like, kids need color. It's okay. Not my problem. I'm just skipping over stuff because clarity and connections. Oh. I hope y'all don't mind. I'm just skipping. Like, these aren't bad. They're not, like, awful. It's just, am I using these to get people into a triangular prism scheme? Or what did Nick say? Let me pull out my, Nick said, sorry, I have my, my fan on. Scam like an Egyptian ancient tomb. You know?
Person. Let's get on the
Grads and trainees, not just people that are new to.
So yeah, they're on our, I think we got an idea. I think they're on our list. I think they're on our orbit. Oh yeah. The only reason that anybody's name is ever in our chat, and follow Michaela's advice, do not touch the poop. It's, you know, bacteria. Don't do it. We do it for information gathering. The reason I do it is we have an auto downloader because it's 2025. I pay for an auto downloader. The members, if you don't know, the members support me financially. Subscribers, returning viewers, y'all support me financially by watching the videos. Google ads pay me for y'all watching ads, or premium members. YouTube Premium pays me. So the AdSense is what I use to pay for my, like, mobility guy that works me, you know. I pay for it's what I do to, like, live, you know what I'm saying? So in some of those I use for TikTok live recorder and Instagram live recorder, and some of these features to fight multi-level marketing, like my auto downloader shit. And y'all send me great stuff on Campsite and Easy File, whatever, is stuff I pay with for my membership stuff. So that's not a, oh my God, come over to membership. It's just, I'm grateful for memberships. I'm grateful that y'all watch. I'm trying to fight multi-level marketing, and I'm just wanting y'all to know, like, I'm trying to do ethical stuff with the money that y'all, I don't know, give me by supporting my channel. So That's why that's in the chat, so that we can record it whenever they go live. It's automatic, because I think you and I have better stuff to do. The TikTok one, we have a limited 50 seats and we're recording 50 TikToks right now. So unfortunately, unless one of y'all wants to record TikTok, I'm out of spots, but we're doing the best we can. Thank y'all for joining me. If you want to grab a donut and a coffee, you can join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central. I will put that on the hey, we're going to go live. Now, some of y'all are saying, DeeCee, I never see your lives anymore. I'm frustrated. The more you interact with my channel, the more YouTube says, oh my God, if we show DeeCee stuff to this person, they're not going to get pissed off and leave the YouTubes. That's why they will or will not show my channel to people, because they do not want you leaving YouTube. So you can like the stream, you can watch more of my videos, you can turn notifications on, whatever you want to do. I know some of it's my fault by deciding like, oh my God, I don't feel like puking right now, I'm going to go live. But you can, if you're a member, you can turn on Discord notifications. My little Discord robot tells y'all when I'm going live. But yeah, I will be going live 10 a.m. tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier, because we've got a YouTube thing to watch. So make good decisions. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Take your meds, hydrate, and I'll see you in the morning. Or, yeah, in the morning. All right, bye.